Alright guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today has been the fighting event with Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee and Hitmontop, and as you can see, second step of this event, I did get a shiny Hitmontop, which I'm so happy about because there was 40 Hitmontops in the pool, I guess you could say. And I finally got one, so I'm quite happy with that, because I do have a shiny Tyrogue, and that was a Hitmonlee, so I'm quite glad I got Hitmontop. Didn't get a Hitmonchan, unfortunately, but it is what it is. But I am going to go over this event and how I do think it was actually a really good event for it being a free event, and you didn't have to buy anything. They upped the shiny rates. They up the spawn rates of Pokemon that you hardly ever see, and there was a 10-step research with one Pokemon that was all the time. It genuinely was quite a good day. Yes, it's the same Pokemon over and over, and it's the same objectives over and over, except for the Great Ball, nice throws, that kind of thing. But there was some really good encounters from it. Obviously, these Pokemon aren't the greatest in the meta, but, you know, if you need a good fighting type, today was a really good event to do on. I did use my maxed out Mega Baneri to get extra candy. So hope you all did that. It only gains about 2, but two candy per catch isn't the worst thing in the world. So let's talk about the Pokemon themselves. So Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, and Hitmontop. They're not the greatest of Pokemon. However, there is a lack of fighting types in the game, if I'm really honest. Not good ones anyway. So you do have your Lopunnees. You have your Machamps, which is still probably one of the top in there. And there are some good ones to come out in the future. Sork and Throw aren't the greatest. Machamp is going to be a really interesting one, because I think then after them releasing all the primals, the next stage of Pokemon Go is going to be Dynamax and Gigantamax. Now, if they do bring every Pokemon can Dynamax, which is basically everyone has a Mega level, that's insane to begin with. But if someone does Gigantamax, that is, you know, it's going to involve new forms of certain Pokemon like Machamp that are going to kind of be one of the best in the game. It's basically a Mega Evolution. And we all know how broken Gigantamax Charizard is, which would then have 2 Megas, a Gigantamax, and if Pokemon do what I think they're going to do, I think there's going to be a Paradox Charizard coming in the DLC. Nothing shown, but that's what I think is going to happen. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting time for Pokemon Go, especially if they do Dynamax. But these Pokemon for now will be a good addition to a fighting type party. They're not the greatest, but in a raid and or a gym fight and you need a fighting type, these are the way to go. You can get shiny ones, which I luckily did. I didn't hatch my Tyrogue today. I hatched it a few weeks back, but I did get my Hitmontop today. So let's move on from this and talk about raids for the week. So let's talk about these raids. Sorry, there'll be a little cut there. I do apologise. So next week is a really important one, especially for fire types, and it is Ho-Oh. Now, not only does Ho-Oh have a really nice shiny, so I will be raiding quite a lot for them, but there is also a brand new, would you believe it, fighting type Mega Medicham. Now, this isn't going to be the best fighting type. It doesn't have that high of a CP, but it will be good for getting candies, XL candies, and also boosting power of other fighting types in the party and other people's party. So definitely have a look at that. Unfortunately, didn't do this event after it came out, which is a bit weird. But it's neither here or there. But so Ho-Oh is out for near enough 2 weeks, which is key. Because if you do have a Apex Shadow Ho-Oh, if you did do the Johto event and buy the Masterwork, it's a big thing. Ho-Oh is a really good Pokemon. The fact that it's coming back again, I'm guessing it's going to have a signature move. It's not known yet, unfortunately, but it is going to be a really cool Pokemon. And the fact they're bringing out Ho-Oh and Lugia shows that the Masterwork for Jirachi, where you need Johto Pokemon and Kanto Pokemon, it's kind of showing that they did have in mind some things to do with that. So I will be doing some Mega Medicham raids to get 3 done. Always my way. But I might not do a lot of them. I might Mega max 1 and then have 2 just waiting there until they're done. No need to go full out on Medicham. I do have a Lopunny already, so. But then the week after you've had Ho-Oh and Medicham, you do have Mega Venusaur and Thundurus. Now, Thundurus is a great Pokemon. Unfortunately, it's not the good form. But Mega Venusaur is back. Why is that big? Because obviously it is a very important Pokemon, not only for Shadow, like having a Venusaur itself, but to get that candy for a really good Pokemon that you can Mega, and does have a Gigantamax as well, if it is going to go that route, is going to be really interesting. So definitely keep some raid passes out for that, because you want to try and get your Medichams, you want to try and get some Ho-Ohs, and you definitely want to try and get some Mega Venusaurs. If you do need an app to go to do these raids because you don't live in a good community, I recommend Pokegenie. Not sponsored, but it is the app I use, and I do most of my raids on there. It's free to do. You do not need to buy any of the raid passes. You might have to wait some time to get into raids. Some of them do have a long wait time. I think the longest was Celesteela. It had like 120,000 queue. Outrageous, but normally they're about 1,000. If you join a lobby queue, it usually takes about 10 minutes to get a raid. Better than trying to do one yourself and then losing. And if you really wanted to, you can host one, which then obviously gets you your raid with your free pass, so you're not spending remote raid passes. So yeah, that's the next couple of weeks in Pokemon Go. Do I think it's weird that they're going this route? Maybe. Maybe something big's coming up for GoFest. I do think, in my head, the only thing that it can be for GoFest is Mega Rayquaza or something to that, because they've had such a good Hoenn tour, like with the Pokemon itself. It has to be Rayquaza. At these GoFests, they like to have a big thing that is exclusive only to that, and Mega Rayquaza is a big thing to bring out. So, alright guys, let's go over the account. I am going to be Megaing Pokemon as I do this, so I'm sorry about that. That won't be on screen just because I do have the rest of my Hitmontops going through, but let's go through this. So, I currently, from this event, I did get 1,589 Tyrogue candy plus 182 Tyrogue XL candy, which is really good. Obviously, I'm not going to do a lot with them because I do have better fighting types, like I have Machamps and stuff, but to have that candy is really decent, especially if I wanted to evolve my Tyrogue that is shiny. But let's go over what I'd be doing with my primals and megas, etc., because it is getting close to the end of the videos for HITMONTOP, so I'm just going to go over this quickly. I'm currently megaing my Gengars and stuff because they are getting quite close now. I think they're 6 days away, 5 days away, something like that. If you do have some megas, I'd recommend and some mega energy, trying to get them done for GoFest. You have around 3 months now to go and grind some megas out, trying to get them to max, because when this event comes around, which will be very quick, I do think it is going to be a global event and an in-person event. I do think they're going back to more in-person events. Like, we didn't get any bonuses for doing the Hoenn event as a global, which is really annoying. Especially for people that can't go to these global events and that they sell out. You're not giving anyone a chance to earn the event like bonuses. So it is very annoying that they didn't bring one out. I was quite upset with the event because of that. It was very disappointing. However, sorry guys, the video is just gonna cut off for the Hitmon channel right here. But we will carry on. So I hope they do bring out even bought stuff, like where you can buy a £5 ticket to get the exclusive event bonuses, is better than not having it at all. However, I do think they're trying to go back to this model where remote raid passes and stuff aren't used, and you need to be in person to get most benefits from this game, which is good. It means people are getting out. Communities are, you've seen a lot more people. However, not everyone has the time, and also sometimes can't do it in general due to disabilities, that kind of thing. And I do think Niantic and Pokemon need to look at how they can balance gameplay out, especially for these events where people sometimes can't go. But I hope that isn't the case, and GoFest is a great event, like it has been for the past couple of years. I am going to leave this video here. I will go over my little things for the event in the next video, but I just wanted to give an overview of today's event and how the account's doing whilst I was making some Pokemon. So if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, and I will speak to you all in the next one.